My job today is to present you with a top 20 list of dark comedy movies. This list is going to consist of movies that almost make you feel bad about laughing. With that being said, if you end up enjoying this list and want to see more similar lists, go hit that subscribe button. I also do MMA/boxing content, weed education, and strain reviews, so if any of that sounds of interest, definitely hit that subscribe button. But if you make it to the end, then you might as well hit that like button. With that being said, I appreciate you for watching this. Let's get right into it. Number 20, 7 Psychopaths. A alcoholic writer named Marty is desperately looking for a screenplay. He has a title, but no story to go along with it. Marty has two friends named Hans and Billy, who make their money by stealing rich people's pets, then returning once a reward is posted up. However, things go bad when they steal a gangster's dog. Number 19, The Death of Stalin. This movie takes place after Joseph Stalin's death, and it focuses on the fight for power amongst the Soviet officials. Number 18, The Other Guys. Unlike their heroic counterparts on the force, desktop-bound NYPD detectives Gamble and Holtz garner no headlines as they work day to day. Gamble relishes his job as a paper pusher, but Holtz is itching to get back on the streets and make a name for himself. When a seemingly minor case turns out to be a big deal, the two cops get their opportunity to finally prove their comrades that they have the right stuff. Number 17, Bad Santa. In this movie, we get to see inside the life of a fake Santa. Willie T. Stokes and his partner reunite once a year for a holiday con. This year, Willie is having a tough time with his depression and alcoholism. Due to his struggles and erratic behaviors, he draws the suspicions of the mall security. Number 16, Burn After Reading. When a disc containing memoirs of a former CIA analyst falls into the hand of Linda Litsky and Chad Feltimer, the two gym employees see a chance to make enough money for her to have life-changing cosmetic surgery. Predictably, events whirl out of control for the duo doofuses and those in their orbit. Number 15, Horrible Bosses. Nick, Dale, and Kurt are miserable because of their bosses. They can't quit their jobs though because they have no other options. So, with the help of a questionable criminal they meet at a bar, they come up with a plan. The plan is to kill their bosses, but this plan turns out to not be as solid as they imagined. Number 14, This Is the End. In Hollywood, actor James Franco is throwing a party with some of his celebrity friends. Amongst those in attendance is his buddy Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, and Craig Robinson. Suddenly, an apocalypse of biblical proportion erupts, causing carnage amongst the elite and trapping Franco's party in his house. As the world they knew disintegrates outside, cabin fever and dwindling supplies threaten to tear the six friends apart. Number 13, Parasite. Greed and class discrimination threaten the newly formed symbolic relationship between the wealthy Park family and the destitute Kim clan. Number 12, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Mildred Hayes, a hard-nosed mother, is seeking justice for her murdered daughter. She begins to grow impatient after 7 months and no arrests, so she decides to put up 3 signs in an attempt to motivate the police. Instead of taking this as a motivator, the police, and especially Sam Rockwell's deputy, feel provoked. The rest of the people in town are on the police's side, but Mildred is unfazed. Number 11, Get out. Now that Chris and his girlfriend Rose have reached the meet the parents milestone of dating, she invites him for a weekend getaway upstate with their parents, Missy and Dean. At first, Chris reads the family's over-accommodating behavior as a nervous attempt to deal with their daughter's interracial relationship. But as the weekend progresses, a series of increasingly disturbing discoveries leads him to a truth that he could have never imagined. Well, before we get into the top 10, I just wanted to say I appreciate you for watching this, and if you guys like this video and want to see more similar content, go hit that subscribe button. I also do MMA/boxing content, weed education, strain reviews, and much more. So stay in tune by subscribing. But you also have a opportunity to actually win a giveaway just by subscribing and sending me proof of you being subscribed. So the prizes that I'm going to be giving away are going to keep gradually getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm actually going to be giving away a pair of Balenciaga speed sneakers. I'm going to be giving away a pair of LeBron 9 Big Bangs and much more. So stay in tune. I guarantee that you will have a big chance at winning. I've already had multiple people win, and some people actually have won multiple times because there's only about like 15 people in the raffle right now. I'm not too sure why. I have about 420 subscribers, so get your name in there, especially if you're watching this video right now. Get your name in there before I start giving away these crazy prizes. I know you want to win. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Number 10. In Bruges. After a particularly difficult job, hitmen Ray and Ken head to Belgium to hide out until things cool down. Ray hates the medieval city they landed in, but Ken finds its beauty and peacefulness enchanting. Their experiences become increasingly surreal and possibly life-changing as they encounter tourists, locals, an American dwarf, and potential romance for Ray. Number 9. American Psycho. In New York City in 1987, a handsome young urban professional, Patrick Bateman, lives a second life as a gruesome serial killer by night. The cast is filled by the detective, the fiancé, the mistress, the co-worker, and the secretary. This is a biting, wary comedy examining the elements that make a man a monster. Number 8. Snatch. Illegal boxing promoter Turkish convinces gangster Bricktop to offer bets on bare-knuckle boxer Mickey at his bookie business. When Mickey does not throw his first fight as agreed, an infuriated Bricktop demands another match. Meanwhile, a gangster Frankie Fourfingers comes to place a bet for a friend with Bricktop's bookies, as multiple criminals converge on a stolen diamond that Frankie has come to London to sell. Number 7. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun is a 30-something-year-old loser with a dull, easy existence. When he isn't working at his electronics store, he lives with his careless friend Ed in a small flat on the outskirts of London. Shaun's girlfriend isn't a fan of his lifestyle and wishes he would just grow up and be a man. When the town is overrun with zombies, Shaun must rise to the occasion and protect both Liz and his mother. Number 6. Fight Club. A depressed man suffering from insomnia meets a strange soap salesman named Tyler Durden, and soon finds himself living in a ran-down house after his perfect apartment is destroyed. The two bored men form an underground club with strict rules and fight other men who are fed up with their unending lives. Their perfect partnership frames when Marlon, a fellow support group crasher, attracts Tyler's attention. Number 5. Pulp Fiction. Vince Vega and Jules Winfield are hitmen that also enjoy a good philosophical discussion. Their storyline is interwoven with those of their boss, Marcellus Wallace, his actress wife, Mia, struggling boxer, Butch Coleridge, master fixer, Winston Wolfe, and nervous pair of armed robbers, Pumpkin and Honeybun. Number 4. Fargo. Jerry Leninger is a car salesman in Minneapolis who has gotten himself into debt and is so desperate for money that he hires 2 thugs to kidnap his own wife. Jerry will collect a ransom from her wealthy father, paying the thugs a small portion and keeping the rest to satisfy his debts. The scheme collapses when the 2 thugs shoot a state trooper. Number 3. The Wolf of Wall Street. In 1987, Jordan Belfort takes an entry-level job at a Wall Street brokerage firm. By the early 1990s, while still in his 20s, Belfort founds his own firm, Stratton Oakmont. Together with his trusted lieutenant and a merry band of brokers, Belfort makes a huge fortune by defrauding wealthy investors out of millions. However, while Belfort and his cronies partake in a hedonistic brew of sex, drugs, and thrills, the SEC and the FBI close in on the empire of excess. Number 2. Inglorious Bastards. It is the first year of Germany's occupation of France. Allied officer Lieutenant Aldo Rain assembles a team of Jewish soldiers to commit violent acts of retribution against the Nazis, including the taking of their scalps. He and his men join forces with Bridget von Hammerschmark, a German actress and undercover agent, to bring down the leaders of the Third Reich. Their fates converge with theater owner Shoshana Darafruz, who seeks to avenge the Nazis' execution of her family. Number 1. Trainspotting. Heroin addict Mark Rennie stumbles through bad ideas and sobriety attempts with his unreliable friends, Sick Boy, Begbie, Spud, and Tommy. He also has an underage girlfriend named Diane, who is along for the ride. After cleaning up and moving from Edinburgh to London, Mark finds he can't escape the life he left behind when Begbie shows up to his front door on the lam, and scheming Sick Boy follows.